Minister of Health rejects leader of the opposition accusation. High Court dismisses JAGDEO appeal to overturn multi-million-dollar liable suit. Police issued a wanted bulletin for BEGONG FAKAUD. In the region, Colombia investigating after car bomb injures 36 at military base. And internationally, mystery stones spark diamond rush in South African village. Greetings and welcome to another edition of Channel 2 Headline News Update. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. On June 15th, opposition leader Joseph Harman accused the government of Guyana of being involved in a, quote, vaccine racket, unquote, after a newspaper in Norway highlighted the overpaid vaccine scandal and named Guyana as one of the countries caught up in the scandal. The Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, has rejected the accusation by the leader of the opposition, saying it is intended to add to the whisper campaign in communities to slow down the COVID-19 vaccination campaign. In a statement, Dr. Anthony said, quote, "We are disappointed that the leader of the opposition believes that the price Guyana paid for the Sputnik V vaccine is overpriced, when he admitted in Parliament that he could not get a better price. The Ministry of Health would never have believed that saving the lives of our people was an overpriced option. Guyana has sought to procure directly from the Russian Sovereign Fund, but with no firm commitments on a delivery schedule, Guyana opted to utilize a supplier. It was a good investment for our people at the time. It remains a good investment at this time. The Ministry of Health has no apologies in this regard." End of quote. While the listed price for the Sputnik vaccine is pegged at $10 per dose, Guyana has purchased the vaccine for more than $22 per dose. Almost $1 billion has already been spent on vaccine procurement. The president of Guyana, Mohamed Irfan Ali, said the government will not be deterred by vaccine prices or other barriers. The government has stated that it will invest in whatever is required to protect Guyanese citizens. Esther Sobers now tells us about a tragic accident in Barima-Waini that took a woman's life. Here is more.
The country has recorded yet another horrific fatal accident which occurred on Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. on the Barometer Main Access Road in Region 1, which claimed the life of 39-year-old Juanita Sobers, the secretary of the Barometer's Village Council. Police headquarters noted that Sobers was in the front passenger seat of minibus BPP 9730 driven by Dinorain Kumar, along with 5 other passengers when the bus crashed whilst descending a hill at about 30 to 40 miles per hour. Kumar of Port Kaitumo, Northwest District, claimed that the vehicle suddenly started to travel in a right and left motion when he tried to apply the brakes. However, despite his efforts, he collided with a barranca on the northern edge of the road. As a result of the collision, they were all thrown out of the vehicle and onto the road, where Sobers received injuries to her head and body. She was seen lying motionless under the minibus while the driver received injuries to his back. They were both picked up by public-spirited citizens and taken to the Barometer Health Center, where Sobers was pronounced dead. The driver was admitted as a patient suffering from pain in his back. The driver is expected to be prosecuted when he is discharged from the hospital. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. The Guyana Police Force has issued a wanted bulletin for BEGONG FAKAUD's arrest. FAKAUD, whose last known address is Siwanda and Suriname Bakdam, Cayuni Mazaruni, is wanted for questioning concerning the murder committed on Shamar Drakes on June 7, 2021 at Siwanda Bakdam, Peruni River, Cayuni Mazaruni. Reports indicated that the two were imbibing when a disagreement ensued. The suspect, who was armed with a sharp instrument, dealt Drake a single stab to his lower abdomen, which caused his intestine to protrude. Drake was able to make it to a food shop where he related the incident to the proprietor. He subsequently collapsed and became motionless a short distance away from the shop. Anyone with information that may lead to the arrest of BEGONG FAKAUD is asked to contact the police at telephone numbers 620-6836 or 226-6978 or 911, or you can contact the nearest police station. All information will be treated with the strictest of confidence. Stick around, we've got more news for you after the break.
Survival Shopping Complex brings to you its delivery service, Shop through WhatsApp. This process is simple. All you need to do is call or message your grocery list to 613-9683 and we will select your items for you and have them delivered directly to you, even out of town. This is convenient because we can stay on the phone with you as we select your favorite brands. We're happy to do your shopping for you. Contact us on WhatsApp today and shop Price Smart at Survival Shopping Complex.
Here's what's happening on Waterloo Street at John Lewis Styles during the month of June. Shop for Father's Day and you could win an all-inclusive trip for two to Arrow Point Nature Resort. Buy any men's suit and get a free tie, or buy any men's pair of shoes and get a free pair of socks. Traveling this summer? Buy any luggage set and get a free travel pouch. Visit us on Waterloo Street for more choices and better prices. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brick Dam and White Castle Fish Shop. Be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Tastes so good. It's got to be made with Alabama Baker wheat flour. Produced from quality soft winter wheat and quality enzymes to give a superior product that's guaranteed to be luscious, delightful to taste, and stays fresher longer. Alabama Baker wheat flour is perfect for breads, roti, puri, pastries, chow mein, pastas, and many other delights. Imported and distributed by Alabama Trading. 6566 Robb Street, Borda, and 23 Lombard Street. Telephone 225-5800.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fractured my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road, Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again. Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Welcome back. High Court Judge Sandra Corsius dismissed an appeal by Vice President Barry JAGDEO, who was seeking to overturn a multi-million-dollar liable judgment against him in favor of opposition member Annette Ferguson. On Wednesday, the judge denied JAGDEO's request for the default to be set aside, citing the applicant's failure to provide a reasonable explanation for the default. JAGDEO may file an appeal against the judgment, and his attorney is expected to seek a stay of the magistrate's decision that JAGDEO was not entitled to have the matter heard since he had not presented a defense before the required 28 days. The VP's attorney tried to have the initial ruling overturned, claiming that JAGDEO's former attorney, senior counsel Anna Nandalal, failed to present a defense in the matter due to the national elections and other national problems. However, the judge stated in her judgment that JAGDEO's counsel utterly disregarded the court's regulations regarding them to file their defense within a certain time frame. In addition to the $20 million Ghana dollars judgment, JAGDEO has accrued a debt of $75,000 in court expenses, which he must now pay back to Ferguson. Ferguson filed a case in response to claims JAGDEO made in December of 2019 about her purchase of land and construction of a house while serving as a government minister. She informed informed the court that the statements were irresponsible, libelous, and intended to harm her reputation. The complaint was filed in January of last year, and the former minister's counsel produced numerous documents to the court explaining how she purchased the land and built her home with the help of a bank loan. They contended that JAGDEO should offer evidence to back up his assertions. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony has announced that enrollment at the Charles Rosa School of Nursing is to meet the hinterland nursing needs. Esther Sobers has more.
The Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, said there has been no discrimination under his watch in the selection of nurses for the enrollment of the Charles Rosa Nursing School in Region 10. He said following the suspension of Batch 66 and Class 17 of the nursing programs, an assessment was conducted to ensure no unreasonable or discriminatory practices were taking place.
The intake of students into that program were disproportionately from Region 10. And that school caters for people from the hinterland and also people from Region 10. So the admission persons who have been working on admissions into the program went back, they spoke with each of the regions, and they have been able now to review the applications that were already in from those regions. And so they have given priority to regions 1, 7, 8, and 9, and along with 10.
Dr. Anthony stated that when the government evaluated the institution, it discovered that it had neglected its mandate by providing equal training opportunities.
Initially, it was predominantly from Region 10, almost less than 10 persons from all the other regions. So we have reversed that to give everybody an equal opportunity.
Minister Anthony said Region 10 has more than 300 nursing staff for all of its current needs. Meanwhile, other regions are said to be short of trained nursing staff. As such, steps have been taken to address the shortfall. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. The Mohan Tanai Foundation has provided the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security with 25 wheelchairs. Gautam Tanai made a donation on Wednesday at Minister Vidya Prasad's office. Minister Vidya expressed her gratitude and appreciation for the donation to the ministry's Difficult Circumstances Unit. The generous donation will benefit persons in the disability community who seek support from the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security. Minister Prasad thanks the cooperation of individuals and groups partnering with the ministry as the ministry continues to assist and reach out to the neediest. Meanwhile, the ministry is working on several reform measures for the disabled community, particularly in training. Don't go away. After the break, we have your regional and international news.
Problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lenders, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
For decades, milk has remained the same. Until now. Introducing the Great Dairy Full Cream Milk from Alabama Trading. Enriched with vitamins A to D and calcium to promote healthy teeth, strong bones, and vitality. Great Dairy Milk is delicious and fortified to encourage healthy cell growth within the body. No wonder it's the #1 brand of milk produced in Ireland. Now available nationwide in 400-gram packages at leading supermarkets and wholesale vendors. Distributed by Alabama Trading.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brick Dam and White Castle Fish Shop. Be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Survival Shopping Complex brings to you its delivery service, Shop Through WhatsApp. This process is simple. All you need to do is call or message your grocery list to 613-9683 and we will select your items for you and have them delivered directly to you, even out of town. This is convenient because we can stay on the phone with you as we select your favorite brands. We're happy to do your shopping for you. Contact us on WhatsApp today and shop Price Smart at Survival Shopping Complex.
Here's what's happening on Waterloo Street at John Lewis Styles during the month of June. Shop for Father's Day and you could win an all-inclusive trip for two to Arrow Point Nature Resort. Buy any men's suit and get a free tie, or buy any men's pair of shoes and get a free pair of socks. Traveling this summer? Buy any luggage set and get a free travel pouch. Visit us on Waterloo Street for more choices and better prices. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at news in the region and around the world. A car bomb inside a Colombian military base has injured 36 people, 3 of them critically. The government suspects the country's largest armed group, the ELN, was behind the attack. Al Jazeera's Alessandro Rampieti reports.
This is the moment the second of 2 car bomb explosions detonated at a Colombian military base in Cúcuta on the border with Venezuela, leaving a cloud of dense black smoke in the sky. At least 36 people were injured. On Wednesday, 1 Colombian soldier remained in a serious condition in an intensive care unit. 2 United States military personnel, part of a team of 11 assisting Colombia's military in anti-drug trafficking operations, also sustained light injuries. Colombian President Iván Duque visited the base, calling the attack cowardly. He said the FBI is participating in the investigation.
A reward for $135,000 has been offered to find the authors and persons responsible for this act. A criminal search group has been created to investigate and trace things, and I would like to thank our country's national police for the special support they have provided the FBI of the United States in this personalized special investigation.
This video shows the moment the suspected car bomb entered the base through the main door without much security screening. The driver was able to get out undetected before the explosion. Authorities say the National Liberation Army, or ELN, Colombia's largest remaining rebel group, was likely behind the attack, but didn't exclude the participation of other armed groups.
We reject and repudiate this vile and terrorist act which sought to attack the soldiers of Colombia. The initial hypothesis is that the ELN is behind this demented and vile act. The involvement of FARC dissidents is also being investigated.
The city of Cúcuta is located in an area where several armed groups are active, fighting for control of tens of thousands of hectares of coca plants, as well as control of an important smuggling route to Venezuela. Peace talks with the ELN were suspended back in 2019 when a car bomb killed 21 police cadets here in the capital, Bogotá. But the government a month ago announced a restart of an exploratory dialogue with the group. But if the ELN is indeed behind this latest attack, it's unlikely that those talks will continue.
Alessandro Rampietti, Al Jazeera, Bogotá.
And internationally, the United Kingdom has launched a nationwide study to explore whether giving a third booster shot of coronavirus vaccine would be safe and effective in extending immune protection against COVID-19. Al Jazeera's Nuvia Barker reports.
Deep in the basement of this hospital, medical researchers have embarked on a world first to see what happens when those who are already fully vaccinated are given a third dose. Experts will observe over the course of a year how effective a booster jab is in protecting both younger and older adults from different variants of the virus. They'll do this by monitoring the level of antibodies in participants' blood. They'll also study any harmful side effects.
It's the natural next step to be doing a study where you're looking at the next dose of a vaccine. After we've kind of done the initial studies looking at the first doses, we've got to move forwards because we know there are variants that are coming through and things like that, and we may need to boost people's immunity to be able to protect them against the variants.
Susan Porter's one of nearly 3,000 participants receiving a booster of one of 8 different vaccines, including a placebo meningitis jab. As a frontline worker in charge of a dementia care home, she was one of the first people in the UK to be fully vaccinated.
The 8 vaccines in this trial are the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, Pfizer.
All participants are first screened for suitability and guided through any possible side effects.
It's been quite difficult to manage everybody's expectations and keep people safe and preserve the mental health of my residents. That impact is massive, and it's going to be massive going forward unless we find a solution.
This is the coalface of COVID-19 research. The data gathered carefully and methodically by these researchers will eventually inform decision makers around the world. The trial's so sensitive we cannot film doses being administered in case participants find out which one they've received. While scientists here are considering third doses, millions of people around the world haven't received a single one. The concern is that if booster jabs prove effective, rich nations may choose to continue hoarding supplies rather than sharing them with other nations.
My hope is that there will be enough doses to go round, certainly by the end of this year and into next year. It could be that COVID vaccines last a lot longer than we think, and that some people might not need a booster straight away or so soon. Or it could be that because of the variant virus, we all need much higher immunity than initially had been produced by our first 2 doses.
The vaccines are being trialled at 18 sites across the UK, with half doses also being tested. If the pandemic caught the world off guard, this trial is about being as prepared as we possibly can. Neve Barker, Al Jazeera, Southampton.
And finally, armed with shovels, buckets and determination, entire families of fortune seekers have travelled from across South Africa to a small village in the country's east in search of what they believe to be diamonds. Al Jazeera's Sarah Kirat reports.
A treasure hunt like no other, celebrating the discovery of unidentified stones that thousands of people here believe are worth a fortune.
I hadn't seen or touched a diamond in my life. It's the first time touching it here. I hope this will make a difference at home because we're really struggling, so I hope things will be better.
Armed with pickets, shovels, buckets and a great deal of determination, entire families have travelled from across South Africa to the small village of Kwagalathi to find their share of what looked like cloudy stones. The search began last weekend when a herdsman made the first discovery, a large crystal-like stone. That sparked what has been dubbed the Diamond Rush, with thousands of people joining in the hope of securing a better future.
This means our lives will change because no one had a proper job. I do odd jobs. When I returned home with them, the family was really overjoyed.
Some of those digging are already selling their finds, hoping to make quick money with a starting price of $14.
This will really help the community. We hope crime will come to an end, especially crimes against women, because the youth do all these things because of unemployment.
South Africa's economy has suffered for a long time, with millions of people living in poverty and unemployment rising to a record high of more than 32% this year, and crime rates are soaring. With the highest rate of COVID-19 infections in Africa, the government fears the rush of more than 1,000 people could help spread the virus. It's asked them to leave the area and has sent a team of geologists to find out if the stones they're all clamouring for really are precious diamonds. Sara Khairat, Al Jazeera.
That is all for today's regional and international news. Here now is your 3-day weather forecast. That is it for today's edition of Channel 2 Headline News Update. Tune in on Friday at 5:30 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to subscribe, like and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Until then, be safe and take care.